Hey everyone, how are we all doing? Okay, so as usual, before we get started, everything I say in this video is my opinion, mine alone. Please feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusions. With that being said, let's just dive into this video, shall we? Okay, so Trisha Paytas. It has come to my attention that Trisha may have been telling the truth about the teacher. And if that is right, then I'm extremely sorry. Extremely sorry. I went with the crowd and listened to what everyone was saying and didn't think for myself. That could be a downfall of social media on times. But I watched a video that Patty Page put out, and it was very well educated, very well put together. And there was a section in there that really caught my attention. And let's have a look, shall we? Just share here. Sound, share. Click here. And this section I found really, really important. So let's have a look.
Okay, so further to that, I wanted to see if there was any other documented instances of misconduct within Byron Middle School. Now, I may not have found anything to do with Byron Middle School themselves. However, I was able to find something in relation.
I love her wig, by the way. She is absolutely stunning. Fair play to her.
To Byron High School. Now, as you can see from this screenshot, the proximity of Byron Middle School and Byron High School is very close. They are literally across the road from each other and also share the same district as well as the same superintendent. So essentially it's the same governing body. So there is an article from USA Today from November 25th, 2019 about a kid who brought a lawsuit against the Byron School District. The young man alleges that Jeffrey Boyer, who is the assistant coach and maths teacher, Sean Considine, the assistant coach and former Byron football star, James Kahn, the school's athletic director, as well as the school's principal, Jay Mullins, and the assistant principal, Michael Mansden, allegedly failed to fulfill their obligations to protect the student in a bullying and hazing case that actually ended with happening on their watch. Now,
I gotta be honest, what she's about to tell us didn't make me feel physically sick, because it was disgusting what they done to this lad.
Boy had refused to take part a year previously in something that was widely publicized for the Byron High School, which was the Naked Oreo Run. Now, basically, the Naked Oreo Run was where all of these football players had to run across the school football ground naked with an Oreo wedged in between their butt cheeks. And anybody who dropped the Oreo had to eat the Oreo. But his refusal to take part in that situation a year previously then resulted in bullying and hazing that was administered by the students on the year anniversary of this whole entire situation happening. So what happened was, on the school coach coming back from another game, fellow student who was over the age of 18, so I can say his name, Richard Messling, placed his on the face of this student who they are now naming as John Doe. Now, it's alleged that Messling had actually led the Oreo run, but Messling did in fact hand himself over to the police and pled guilty to battery charges. This is what the lawyer that helped file the case.
Why? Why would you put a student through that? It's disgusting anyway. Jesus, what is wrong with people?
against the district has to say. There is a pattern and practice of indifference that has been evident throughout my client's tenure at Byron High School, and that the bullying that has gone on has been a part of this code of silence for the sake of the football programme, said Stephanie White, senior trial attorney for the Sandman, Levy and Petrich law firm of Chicago. The fact that the district would not take measures to follow their anti-bullying, anti-violence protocol in responding to incidents, and in fact target the student and make him a target when he does voice his concerns, has revealed itself since he started at Byron High School. Every time he spoke out, he was reprimanded or became the target of further incidents of being picked on, White said. So to me, there seems to be a culture still ongoing, at least until 2019, with the schools and the schools officials, as well as the school district, not protecting the students, even in the face of bullying, hazing, and assault. And as the young boy who filed the complaint alleges, every single time that they would make a complaint about this situation, they ended up getting in trouble. Does that sound familiar?
The teacher said I was like asking for it. So it was like looked over.
So there's that. So maybe Trisha did go through something at the hands of that school. Right now, just thinking about that, I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster for doing that, but I'm not a monster for disliking Trisha for the other things she'd done. Two things can be right at the same time. Now, I recently came across another clip of Trisha, equally as disturbing as the John Benet Ramsey. Just the thought of that video makes me want to do things that ain't me. I understand why people call Trisha a liar. I understand a little more about Trisha is the way she is. But some of the things that she's done over the years need to be spoken about. And she needs to address them properly. Because she did speak up a couple of days ago. And I'm sorry, but I weren't impressed, to be honest. So let's have a quick look at the video that Trisha put out a couple of days ago. The other video that's come up about Trisha, shall we? It's not really long. Here we go. Right, so
Money and seduce with your prepubescent body. Okay, so the first thing, it helps to be born semi-retarded. Because you won't ever know what's inappropriate and you won't even know you're going to be miserable for the rest of your life. And if they get sick of your laugh or your seduction techniques, they can just lock you in a basement. Awesome. Also, it's good if you haven't gone through puberty yet, like me, because they want a girl who they can have sex with and never get pregnant. Old bitches, sorry. Also, that goes hand in hand with being totally illegal, because if they have sex with you and
seriously, She thought that was comedy. But then again, she thought that the John Benet Ramsey was comedy too. Why? Trisha is a cruel, nasty piece of crap. And I'm sorry, but I can't defend her for anything. There's no way I could defend anything that she does. Trisha Paytas shouldn't be on the internet when she's putting stuff like that out. Why on earth would she think she should be? So, let's go take a look at the statement that she put out, shall we? Just give me a second to get it all up. I turn off comments. Why I deleted 1,300 videos.
Hey guys, I can't really go online right now and look at comments or, I turn off comments on TikTok. I'll probably turn off comments on this video.
Of course you're going to turn off comments, Trisha. You can't face the truth. That's just the way it is.
I deleted it, and it's almost like I can't escape it because, I get emails, the freaking insider emailed me and was like, if you want to comment on why you deleted 1,300 videos, and everyone's like, she deleted 1,300 videos, like, what are they trying to hide? Like, and I briefly saw, and I had to skim past because I felt physically sick about it. Courtney Stodden, who I've interviewed and met and talked to as a person before, or just shared time with before, posted something, and it's an old clip. I deleted 13. The insider told me 1,300 videos or something like that.
You deleted those videos, Trisha, because you didn't want people dragging them up. But you forget the internet is forever. And forever doesn't mean until I delete it. Because someone somewhere will have it on their hard drive. Guarantee you. How many things have you been pulled up about lately, Trisha? How many things did you delete that still came up? 1,300, I guess.
From my main channel, and a lot from this channel, and Courtney Stodden, I saw posted a video, one of those videos from literally probably 12 years ago. I was doing a parody of them. I was freaking like 20, 23. Just stupid.
Oh, it was just a joke. It was just a parody. I was only joking. Not thinking you were hurting some actual person.
And I couldn't even read the caption because I just felt physically sick. I read like a little and just saw that it was not good. I saw, again, I was with someone else and they just said, they just posted this, and but it was just, sorry, I had to move. I was such a different person back then. I deleted all those videos First of all, I feel awful. I feel awful about all those videos. When I was deleting them, I felt sick to my stomach that I had them up there this long. Like I was, and people downloaded them and reposting old videos and, oh, Trisha did this and they did that. And, they're all awful. There's a lot of disgusting things. But the one thing I was adamant about when talking about other people, which, I've learned like the biggest lesson through all this is to like,
Why don't I believe her? She can't even look at the camera.
mind my own business. I know nothing about other people's lives. I don't know what they're going through. Like, mind my own business. You know what I mean? And I'm thankful for that lesson because, like, hi, sorry.
So Trisha has finally realised that she has to mind her own business. She's only just learnt this lesson. It's taken 33 years to learn this lesson, which most of us have an understanding of that when you're 10, 12, 14. No, Trish. Just doesn't ring right.
But one thing I've been adamant about at least the past year is like I never liked bringing up stuff from way back in people's past, right? Like if you're doing videos from 9 years ago, like everyone that's on the internet still 9 years ago was saying awful things online. Like people just said whatever they wanted online, no consequences, no repercussions, thinking they're edgy or funny. I was doing a parody. I wasn't trying to be hateful, even though I was like a hateful person back then. And I feel like I had a lot of hate in me for.
Oh, you were being hateful. You was being real hateful. There is no other words for what you did. That video that you posted was absolutely horrible.
A long time, and like I'm working on like truly letting that go, because like it really does make you an ugly person. And I've been on the receiving end on it, and I've done it, I've also spewed out hate towards people, and it's like it really sucks. Like it really sucks, and I feel awful. There's no amount of guilt and like sickness I get when the
Trisha, how many times have you said yourself that someone is stalking you, that you're afraid to leave your home because that person is coming after you? Here by Jay, a lad named Daniel, Gabby Hanna, Jeffree Star. That's just a handful of people I could think of you've claimed you're afraid is going to hurt you. You're not hateful, are you?
those videos get brought up, people saved them and download them and now are like, well, they did this then and they did this then. And there's, again, I thought I was being funny or edgy, and I feel bad. And and even in deleting those videos, it's not enough for people. You have to address it. I've apologized for so many things, and I'll continue to. Like, a lot of my old videos are just like they're just not a reflection of who I was even then. I remember doing videos then to just get any sort of attention. Any attention was good attention. I just needed money, and I just would say and do literally whatever. I've said so many things that I don't even agree with, that I would just, and I know I'm paying the price for it now, and like I totally.
And you still do though, Trish. You still say horrible, mean things. You still do horrible, mean things to people. You still treat people like they're below you.
Accept it. There's no cop out, but I really do feel like I need to address this. And I know addressing this still won't be enough for some people. And it's why at the end of the day, that's why some people just don't address it, because it'll never be enough for some people. But for the people who still care and still like watch me and like have been here through so much with me, like I feel like I owe it to those people, like that like, I experience guilt on a daily basis. There's not a day goes by where I don't feel guilty about something, where I don't feel ashamed of something.
Well, you would never know it. Never in a million years would you know that you feel guilt on a daily basis. Never have I seen evidence of you actually feeling genuine remorse, genuine guilt, unless you're getting cancelled. And that is what your guilt is about, and that is what your remorse is about. That you are sad that you're getting cancelled. You're sad that your subscribers are dropping. That's the reality of it.
And like, you can't delete the internet, right? Once something's out there, you can't delete it, and that sucks. But like, I feel like deleting videos, like instead of being like, well, at least it's a step in the right direction of like, stop spreading more hate, or taking down something that once represented, that.
But it's already been done, Trisha. You've already spread the hate, the bullying, the harassment. You've already done it all. It's just a constant reminder is all that it is by still being on the internet. It's just a constant reminder.
That once was me, it is no longer me. Like, I thought that was like a step in the right direction, but instead it's just met with, she's hiding something, and it's like, that's just not who I am. It's not what I agree with. It's not who I am. It's embarrassing, and I'm ashamed. I'm so ashamed. It feels weird to not post as often as I used to.
No, I don't see an ounce of shame or remorse in your face. I see someone who's devastated because they're being pulled up. I see someone devastated that they called out for the BS that they put out on the internet. And that's all I see.
I mean, obviously I'm still posting, but it feels like every day, it feels like the sick feeling in my stomach, and it just is like,
Why do you have this sick feeling in your stomach? Because people are calling you out on your bull. Anna Nicole Smith, John Benet Ramsey. What do you want from people, Trish?
I am so sorry for past videos that I've let people down. Like, I've been a shit person in the past, like real shit person. And there's nothing I can do to change my past. And I really don't know where to go with this, actually. I guess just to answer the question, I deleted those videos. I guess you could say I was hiding, like I'm hiding that person that I was, this ignorant, dumb bitch from, a lot of people ask or want to know like why I have animosity towards my hometown and where I grew up. I feel I was so sheltered, and I don't know. I mean, maybe it's no one's fault, right? It's a small town and everyone's kind of the same vibes and stuff, and they don't educate you on diversity, and it was a different time and all that stuff like that. And like, I was really ignorant. I was really dumb, and like.
So when did you actually grow up, Trish? 5 years ago, yesterday? Today? When did you realise about all the stuff that you did was wrong? When did it come to your attention that you shouldn't have done this stuff? Because I'm confused. Because you've still been doing it for a long time.
Really insecure and really, really hateful. And I'm so sorry if any of those past videos people are putting up are hurting anybody. Like, I wish I could take it back. I did my best to delete them, and I'm addressing it now, and there's just so many, and it's just like I deleted them for a reason. I wanted them wiped from my image because that's not what I think or feel, and it's definitely not what I stand for anymore. And if I'm being honest, it's not at the time. Again, I did that as satire, as parody. There was, like an SNL skit making.
Trisha, none of that was funny. What part of that are you not understanding? And you're addressing everything as a whole when there are individual videos that you need to address. You had someone who thought they were your friend and you made a video mocking her. A little girl whose life was taken from her. You mocked that. She was a baby and you used that as a joke. That would never, ever be right. Ever.
Making fun of somebody, and I'm not Saturday Night Live. The past few weeks has just been like one thing after the other, just finding every way to drag me down, and some things just are so wrong and so full of lies and just like unwarranted, just like hate. But this is warranted, right? This is something that this actually affects me, right? Because it's something in my past. It's videos I made, and there's some.
But Trisha, we got no idea what you're talking about. We don't know which video you're talking about. Is it, I gotta find out this person's name. Sorry. Like, I know that you've also deleted another video that you posted after this one. And why can't I find her name? I can't find her damn name. I know it sounds Sidon. But anyway, Trisha, you've done so much damage to people. A blanket apology does not cover it. How can you believe that a blanket apology can cover every mistake you've made? Every horrible, vile, disgusting video that you made for attention. You made, nobody else.
Like, there is no escaping that. It's out there. It's just like, I don't care. Like, honestly, it's like when people say stuff that's just like not true, or they try and rewrite my history and say this didn't happen, you have to apologize for this or this, when it's like stuff that actually happened to me. I don't care, whatever. If people are gonna, like, I know my truth on that, right? But like this kind of stuff.
But here's the problem, Trisha. The amount of crap that you have put out there, the amount of horrible, cruel stuff that you put out there, has earned you the name of a liar. How do you expect people to believe a word you say when you've put out so many lies? And this is where the problem starts. This is where you should be saying that I'm sorry for doing this, I'm sorry for doing that, I'm sorry for doing that, that and that. And actually discuss what you did, not a blanket apology, not an overall, that was disgusting, I'm sorry, because that doesn't work. You've lied on so many people. And there's evidence out there for so much of it. Lies against Shane Dawson, lies against Jeffree Star, lies against Here by J. Just to name a few.
Stuff which is just hard facts. Just, I made poor comedy choices. I made poor ethical choices. It just sucks. And I think the pit in my stomach really came from Courtney, who I really love them. Like, I really do. They were kind of...
Courtney. You love them, and that's the biggest thing, is it? Don't worry about the 6-year-old little girl that you mocked the death of. Don't worry about the woman who took her own life and you mocked her.
enough to come on my podcast, and you know, like, that sucks, because I just know, like, from that place, like, I would never like have them on my podcast if I like hated that person. And I just, again, I couldn't even read it. It just made me sick to my stomach. And I just keep seeing like these old clips resurface of just skits I've done and stuff that just missed the mark.
They missed the mark so friggin' far that the mark got moved to a Saturn.
And like, I'm just so sorry. I'm just so sorry, and so, like, just so embarrassed. I'm just so embarrassed about those. Like I said, if there's something that I messed up on, it's this, and I own it. Like, I can take people hating on me of something that's just doesn't exist in the real world, that just some people may, if you just hate on me for something that's not even real, okay, fine. But this is something that, like, I did. Like, this is the cancellation part that I do take to heart, because it is something that I screwed up.
Again, what about that little girl? The things that you've done, mocking her death, sexualizing her. Just thinking about that video makes me want to vomit.
But I didn't know what else to do. I deleted the videos, I deleted, someone said it was like 1 billion views worth of views. It's like, it's just not me, and it's nothing I stand by or stand for. And it makes me so physically sick. Like, truly.
And that's the one that makes you sick.
And again, I am apologizing to people who do care. For people who are going to hate, it's not going to be enough. And I honestly, like, don't care. If,
Oh, it's more than clear you don't care.
Courtney's thought, and I'm so sorry. Like, again, my intention was to be parody, and that was 12 years ago, whatever. And, they've gotten so much hate, very unwarranted,
That's the only thing she's actually sorry for, guys. She doesn't give two hoots about anybody else other than herself. While she sits there playing with a big rock on her finger, apologising for a very, very, very small part of what she's done. Wow.
This is what I'm saying. There's like enough shit to like actually hate me for. There is enough shit in my past that to make up stuff is like, what's the point? Like, to rewrite history, to make.
Oh, we know. We know how much stuff there is to hate you for.
Me out to, all this stuff. Like, there's enough shit to actually hate me for. And this is a thing to hate me for, right? Like people making up stuff or saying like, oh my God, apologize to this person. People are telling me to apologize to people who've harassed me. People are telling me to apologize to people who've abused me. People have told me to apologize to people who have like literally ruined my life. Oh, apologize to the person.
So what did the 6-year-old do to you, Trisha? What did the little girl, John Benet Ramsey, do to you for you to mock her the way you did? What did Anna Nicole Smith do for you to mock her the way you did? And Courtney. What did any of them do for you to mock them?
Not knowing the full story of so many situations. And that is like so fucking hard to deal with. Again, I've been shit. I've been shit to a lot of people. I get it. And that alone I have to deal with. But now having to deal with like people saying, apologize to this or this person, or you need to talk to this person, like people who've harassed me, lied on me, abused me, like all this stuff like that. It's just like, there's really no winning because people can make up whatever they want about you. People can make up anything they want about me. Anything people say now in a title is true. And
Well, I'm here with actual facts, Trisha. I ain't making nothing up. There is evidence of you mocking a 6-year-old girl who was murdered. A woman who took her own life. And a person who thought you were a friend.
Follow me around forever, and it's so fucking scary.
All this does, Trisha, is show how entitled you are. Oh, dear me. You have done so many things.
There's nothing I can do about my past. Like, there's nothing. And, you know, you have every right, everyone has every right to think of me as shit for the rest of my life because of the shit things I do. Like,
and I will. 100% I will.
but for anybody who can, like, forgive me of that, like, past, which I know there's a lot, because look, my videos have come out to bite me in the ass before, and I've done thousands, I don't know how many, 5,000 videos. I've done thousands and thousands of videos, and they'll always be out there, and I'm just, I don't even want the views. I don't even want any of that on my channel. Like I said, this has definitely been like the roughest people have been on me. And like I said, I think some warranted and some totally unwarranted, and that also takes a toll, because I'm like, wow, you can literally be canceled for something that's true, but people are saying it's not true, just to make, like, to paint you in every way to say something's not true, something horrific that happened, or horrific things that have happened in my life, to say it's not true, and then you get canceled for that. Like, I try my best to put on a happy face every morning, and I try my best to do affirmations and let go of things I can't control. But as far as hurting people, like, intentionally or unintentionally, like, it sucks. It sucks that I hurt so many people with so many of my videos. It just fucking sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Even this past year doing the podcast, you know, I feel like my personal, you know, I started attacking people, and it just, I'm the last person that needs to be doing that. Like, you know, another, you know, it's a blessing in disguise. Like, of course I love doing the podcast and being loved and all that stuff, and it was fun and whatever, but it was a blessing in disguise, because, like, I'm the last person that needs to be pointing fingers at anybody. I am so clouded, and that's why I was so scared to talk about anyone's past or bring up past tweets or things from years ago, because
Trisha, you have never, ever been afraid of pulling up anyone else's past. You've actually got a kick out of it. You've actually got a rush from pulling up people's shitty pasts. That's generally the truth. You loved pulling people aside and pulling their pasts up, one by one by one. Pick.
because my history and my stuff to be brought up is so rich and so dark. I was always scared of this, and I kept those videos up for way too long. And, like, truly,
They should never have been there in the first place, Trisha. And that is the truth of the matter. They should never be there in the first place.
the only thing I can do besides apologize is just show that, like, or try my best to change. I know I will never be commentating on anyone's life ever again. YouTuber, celebrity, like,
I don't believe a word of that.
in any negative fashion, not even in my real life, not even my personal life, like,
For all of 5 minutes.
like I said, I'm thankful for this, because, like, it's taught me, like, a really, like, again, as far as, like, being harassed for stuff in my past, harassed for stuff that happened and people just telling me it didn't. As far as my psychology, my mental state, it's like,
If you went through what you said you went through, then I'm very, very sorry. And I mean that. I don't just apologise for nothing. I apologise when I need to. And I try not to need to. So if what you told us was the truth, then I am deeply sorry you went through that. But that did not give you the right to mock, berate, and make what you call comedy of other people's sorrow and heartache. Just didn't.
I just went to therapy, and it's like I've obviously doubled that because being on the verge of a mental breakdown like every single day, it's like, again, I try my best, life moves on. I'm getting so hot. I need to turn the air on. I'm so sorry. And I feel so gross, and I accept it. I accept all of this, and no one has to forgive me, and everyone has the right to feel upset and hurt by me. And I hope in time that'll change, and I hope anyone knows that like things I did were for money, for attention, and it really like it wasn't really, it was never to hurt. I never thought anybody would see my videos, and also I didn't think anyone would care. And again, being on this end now, it's like, for a while it's like I know it now, but anyways, I'm rambling, so I'm gonna go. Really hot.
I'm sorry, but no. No. No, I don't cut her. What was you apologising for there, Trish? Because I certainly don't know. Was you apologising to Courtney? Was you apologising to the Ramsey family? Was you apologising to Anna Nicole Smith's family? Because I don't know. I honestly don't know who you were apologising to. Or was you apologising to yourself for everybody else? Because the things that you've done, the things that you said, the worst of the worst. And if I had put out stuff on the internet like you've put out, where you're pretending to be a 6-year-old little girl who was murdered, where you're mocking other people's mental health, and you thought they were comedy, thought they were funny. So what? All of a sudden you're a comedian, you're a clown? No. You've said stuff about Gabby Hanna that have been proven to be lies. Making out Gabby is crazy. You never once said she was your friend. You never once text messaged her to spend time with you. You never made tweets saying that you never get a picture whenever you're hanging out with Gabby. All these were proven, Trish. All these were proven that you were lying. And then you wonder why people can't believe you. When you lie time after time after time. It is pretty much impossible to know when you're lying and when you're telling the truth. How do we know? How do we know the difference? You need to give us some sort of clue. Breaks my heart to see the things that you've done and said. So imagine the families, what they go through. If they go on the internet and they find your videos, can you imagine the pain that would cause them? These people still have families. But that don't bother you, that don't faze you at all, does it? Nothing concerns you with that. But that's okay, because you're not affected. Other people are, but you're not. When it comes down to your life being affected, it is a whole different story, isn't it? And you can think you're being bullied. You could think you're being ganged up on. But the fact is, people don't know when you're lying and don't know when you're telling the truth. And that sucks. That really, really sucks. Anyways, I've talked enough about this person. I need to call her a night. So I hope everyone has a great one. If you enjoyed what you've seen, please like, share and subscribe. And I shall see you in the next video. Have a good one, guys. Bye.